Hey, I guess today I'm gonna kind of take the time to tell you a little bit more about what I do. So, I'm a software developer for an auto glass company right now, and it's pretty cool. I work from home. It's so easy to do things from home. I don't understand why, unless you have to be next to a physical device, which honestly, for most software applications, unless you're working for the government or you're doing the stuff that I was doing before, like you don't need to be directly in front of what you're programming. And even if you are, you should probably like figure out how to make it so you can do it remote because working from the comfort of your own home is really incredible. I really love my job. I get up, like 4 o'clock in the morning. I go do a bunch of stuff that I want to do, and then uh, basically up until 8 o'clock, I'm doing all the stuff I want to do, and then I walk in here in my house, and I turn on my computer, and I start working. And it's kind of hard to get started doing stuff working from home. Like I'm really just lucky that I have this job. I'm definitely not, you know, a top tier programmer or something like that. Like I'm just consistent in what I do. Like I can sit here with a piece of paper, write down what needs to be done, talk to my boss, talk to other people, figure out like what I need to get done for the day. And every day I do need to make my own plan. I do need to figure out like my own deadlines and when I'm going to get things done. I think a lot of people just think that if you work from home, you can like hang out in a bathrobe, which I do wear a bathrobe sometimes just because it's comfortable. But you can't just hang out in a bathrobe and like push a couple commits up and then go take a nap and think you're done. Like that's not how it works. And we've had people like that. We've had people where they take like an hour to respond to Slack messages. And yeah, we fired people who just couldn't do it. And like it's sad because they were working from home and they could use their own bathroom, they could you know, avoid commutes. Like that's huge. Talk about missing an hour commute. It's like an hour commute to get to work or an hour commute to come home. Oh man, these take so long, and like you have to go buy your own lunch somewhere, so you save money doing that. And when you work from home, it's like yes, I have Slack on and I do respond to people, but it's not like people can just immediately come over to me and start talking to me. I'm not trying to like be an introvert. I'm very much an extrovert, but when you're in a technical job and like you really need to get some code done, uh, it's better to just like sit here, turn on some music, shut the door, and just get it done. So I prefer it that way. And I've actually like worked in an office too, and it's not that like the difference isn't like extreme. It's not like oh working from home is like the most ideal thing in the world. It's great. It really is great, but it's you're doing the same amount of work as if you worked in an office. It's the same exact thing. Now there are exceptions though. So like I have an hour lunch break. If I had an hour lunch break um in my old job, I would be stuck there. Here I can like get stuff cleaned up and you know I do set that hour aside to like get a lot of things done around my house. Sometimes like drive over to some place, get some groceries or something like that. Um, so that's really useful because it's like an hour that you have at home to take care of stuff. But yeah, working from home. The other thing about it, it is super competitive, guys. So don't give up. Like apply and apply and apply and apply and apply and network with people, see what's out there. Because if you really want to do it, it gives you such versatility in your life. Like I can literally just take my computer and go to Nevada and do my job. Like I can move anywhere, and it afforded me the opportunity to be able to move to Georgia. So now I can live here with my girlfriend rather than living in New York and have her down here. That makes life so much easier. Being able to like go from place to place, or say I want to go visit my family or something, I can go over there on the weekend, and then Monday morning, turn on my computer, get to work, and then leave on Monday night. It's not impossible to do stuff like that. So you can travel around a lot, and I think it's really good to kind of like experience working on your own as a developer. It really will challenge you to figure things out on your own, come up with plans. Like some of the things I used to do when I first got started, I would make excuses for why I couldn't get stuff done, and it really was because I knew there was like one or two more people who probably knew how to do it better than I did. But now that I work from home, I just need to figure it out. Like especially because one of our guys, he's only on at night, and I don't want to work after 5. Like I'm definitely an 8 to 5 person. I know there's a lot of people who are like, oh yeah, I'll do it until the job gets done. Good luck living your life where you are literally consumed by work. Because if you are a programmer, give me a program and I will poke holes. I will find ways to make it better. I will, and you will too if you don't set a time where you're done. And if you don't set deadlines for yourself, like the other thing about being done at 5 and saying you're done at 5 when you're working from home, like you need to get stuff done. Because if I say, oh, I'll just work until I get it done, I'm just going to be sitting here at my computer Googling questions on Stack Overflow and, like procrastinating more and more when I don't really have the time to do that. And I don't think anyone really wants to have someone who just takes days to finish things. I think they want someone who's like, I'm going to work 8 to 5 and I'm going to get my stuff done between 8 to 5. That's the difference. Like, I'm not saying I work 8 to 5 and count the clock. I work 8 to 5 and I challenge myself to get it done. That's the important thing. Like, make sure that you're challenging yourself to get it done. Like, if you don't have it done by 5, ask yourself what you did wrong and try and figure it out. But yeah, that's just my thoughts on working from home. I really think if you're getting started in software development, it's probably not a good idea. Unless you like gotta have a degree in computer science. But like if you are just starting out, you probably should work in an office. You probably should work with someone who can help you figure stuff out. I think it would have been a big mistake, and I probably would not have lasted my job had I just started working from home straight out of school. But if you've been doing it for, I don't know, like people are like, oh, I need a guy with like 4 years of experience in JavaScript and PHP and HTML and CSS. So I'm like, what are you building? Like, those things can be learned within a year very well. Like, they can be learned extremely well within 2 years. And I still see people like saying, like, oh, I need a guy like 5 years of experience. For what? Like, what? They're working with stuff from 5 years ago. To be honest, they might actually be worse than someone who's new. Because if you have someone who's new, they might like actually have newer frameworks. They might have better skills in like working with Vue and Angular and other stuff. But yeah, you probably want to have some experience before you start working from home. I'll be honest, it'll be tough to get a job working remote if you don't have experience. Yeah, so that's just it. But just keep on trying, and I hope that someone sees like I'm just one sample. I'm sure there are other people who have completely different views on how to do this. So I hope no one like attacks me like, oh, that's not what I do when I work home. But just my perspective. Yeah. All right.